What is going on, people? We are Tottenham TV, back here with another video and the news we can now confirm. The news we've all been waiting for ever since those 3 words from Fabrizio Romano yesterday. Igor Tudor is the new interim for Tottenham Hotspur between now and the end of the season. Here is the statement from the Spurs official X account. We are pleased to confirm the appointment of Igor Tudor as men's head coach until the end of the season, subject to a work permit. Igor joins us with a clear focus to improve performances, deliver results, and move us up in the Premier League. His mandate is straightforward: bring organisation, intensity, and competitive edge to the squad at a decisive stage of the campaign. Speaking about his arrival, Igor has said, "It's an honour to join this club at an important moment. I understand the responsibility I have been handed, and my focus is clear: to bring greater consistency to our performance and compete with conviction in every match. There is a strong quality of this playing squad, and my job is to organise it, energise it, and improve our results quickly." On the appointment, Sporting Director Johan Lang has said, "Igor brings clarity, intensity, and experience of stepping into challenging moments and producing impact. Our objective is straightforward: to stabilise performances, maximise the quality within the squad, and compete strongly in the Premier League and Champions League." A Serie A title winner with Juventus as a player and former Croatia international, Igor has regularly delivered improvement following mid-season appointments. After spells with a range of clubs, including Galatasaray, Udinese, Hajduk Split, Hellas Verona, Igor led Marseille to a third-place Liga finish in 22-23, securing Champions League qualification. In March 24, he joined Lazio, delivering a strong finish to the Serie A campaign and Europa League qualification, and most recently at Juventus guided them to the Champions League, having arrived in March 2025. So I think the key takeaways of this statement is they're looking, as we all know, for Igor to produce an instant impact, add energy and intensity, and those are all the things we were kind of outlining when we kind of heard the news yesterday. A lot of people immediately hear Igor Tudor coming to Tottenham on an interim basis, start being negative about it. Who's this guy?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
What was that? Sorry, you didn't quite catch it. Let me finish, Siri. How do I turn that off? Bloody hell. Apologies about that. But this is the stuff we were kind of outlining yesterday when we were talking about Igor Tudor. He is a guy who does have a history of coming in, making instant impacts in the first team, has a little boost in results, and he's kind of there for a decent time, but not a long time. I wouldn't even say a good time, but like a decent time. And most places he's taken over, there is an uptick in results in the initial phase. And at Lazio, he had his first 9 games, 6 wins. For Juventus, first 9 games, 6 wins. That's all he kind of has to do for us. And interesting, hear him talk about he needs to bring he needs to. There is a strong quality in the playing squad. And my job is to organise it, energise it, and improve results quickly. So I think he's under no illusion what he's been brought in to do. Whether he believes there's a chance he can get the full-time job, I don't know. But his remit is clearly come in, get those results very, very quickly in the short term, keep this club up, and then your job's going to be reviewed, but unlikely to get the permanent job. But to energise it and organise it, I mean, I wonder what he's implying there with the current state of the team, the current state of the squad. Is there a lack of energy, lack of organisation? Because that's what it seems like on the pitch at the moment. The players don't seem to believe in what the manager has been trying to do all season. There's definitely been a lack of energy around the pitch, on the pitch, with how the players are conducting themselves. So hopefully Igor Tudor could be the kind of unifying figure who brings energy, who brings standards, who can kind of motivate these players. I was listening to a Juventus creator, Luca, yesterday, and he said he actually liked Tudor at Juventus. He didn't want him sacked, although he kind of acknowledges it was probably the right decision. He said he's a very good manager, someone who definitely very quickly got the players on side when he was at Juventus, and the players respected him a lot. Maybe because he was a legend at Juventus and won many titles and played for many years there. But the players respected him a lot, and he got them on side very quickly, and he dragged them to Champions League in that little interim not interim, in his first few months in charge of Juventus. So is that the kind of impact we're looking for at Tottenham? 100%. Now, can he provide it? Obviously, he might have been a legend at Juventus, but he ain't a legend at Tottenham. So that respect, he'll probably have to earn more here than he would at Juventus. But hopefully, being a high quality player, that he was back in the day, hopefully the players will respect him on the basis of that. I'm sure none of the players, they don't want to be relegated. They want to get out of the situation. And so hopefully the kind of passion that Tudor provides on the touchline, that will give the players a bit more of a boost and a new way of playing, more intense, more front-footed, get Spurs a bit higher up on the pitch, not always playing long ball, not always have their attackers so isolated on the pitch like we've seen for many, many games this season, where we're just looking to play the passes in behind, get the strikers to run the channels, get Xavi on the ball, but very, very isolated with no forward options. How many times have we had no forward options in games this season? And I think Tudor hopefully can change that. And his first game is the North London derby. It doesn't get much harder than that, but he has a chance to become an instant cult hero with the result in that game. If he does, all of a sudden the narrative changes, and Spurs probably the discussion about relegation is probably put to the back burner if we do get a win against Arsenal in this first game, and all of a sudden the attention can turn to how high up could we finish, maybe even can we surprise a few people in the Champions League. So a lot is riding on that first game. A heavy loss, all of a sudden people are like, what's changed? Why did we make the change? Is his tenure will start on a very negative footing, especially if it's a heavy defeat, and all of a sudden do the players start to doubt his methods immediately? So a lot of riding on that first game. But Johan Lang saying the objective is straightforward: to stabilise performances, maximise the quality of the squad, and compete strongly in the Premier League and Champions League. So Johan Lang, even though he's the one who's been championing Thomas Frank, Frank's his mate, he's kind of acknowledging there the performances and results were in free fall. And we need someone getting more out of these players, which Frank wasn't able to do, and stabilise results, which with 2 wins in 17 were absolutely tanking. So therefore, to see Johan Lang saying it as it is, Igor Tudor has outlined what he will bring. And look, I welcome it. For me, when it comes to an interim manager, I don't see us getting much better in the short term, if I'm being brutally honest. I think this was the best we were going to get. We were never going to get a top manager to come in for a few months, were we? So that was the reality. And when it comes to Tudor, his experience as a bit of a firefighter, someone who can come in and instantly stabilise and get results quickly, he ain't going to be here for a long time. So that's all we need. So I think time to get on board. Let's back our new guy. Welcome to the club, Igor Tudor. I'm looking forward and excited about the energy you're going to bring. And let's hope that just a new voice, a new face, and some new energy on the touchline can bring some new results. Welcome, Igor Tudor. That is it from us at We Are Tottenham TV. We're back in the studio in the coming days. We'll see you soon. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, come on, you Spurs.